Stand by for action.
Well. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bescheuertes Kunstbein. My name's Leah, and welcome back to the IPL coverage in cooperation with Guerrilla Cricket. And here we are. We are live with our coverage of the 51st match of the IPL 2026. My name's Leah, and hello and welcome to Bescheuertes Kunstbein, as I said. Well, people that probably know, or most of you probably know how this is working from over on Guerrilla Cricket. I am doing in cooperation with them some of the matches that they don't cover this season. They are always live on the Wednesday so far, and I think come the playoffs there will probably be every playoff match will be covered either over on Guerrilla Cricket or here. We will see. I'll have to talk to Tony about the scheduling of that stuff like that. Yeah, but if you know how Guerrilla Cricket works, we like to hear from the viewers. So and since we are now basically primarily streaming on YouTube, Guerrilla Cricket and me, go ahead and use the chat, and in between the overs, or if there is a break in play or a delay in play for some reason, mostly cramp related during this IPL or something like that, I will read out your social media messages, which in this case means the chat messages that you leave me. So don't be shy with the chat. Come say hi. It's always fun to talk to you. And I have to admit, it's also making my job a bit easier. Otherwise, this is a 4-hour monologue, and it is much more interesting if it is even if asynchronous dialogue. So, but back to our match. We are at the Feroz Shah Kotla, the car park that is folding in on itself, or in the process of collapsing, or whatever you want to call it, the Varun Jaitley Stadium. There are some redundancies. I think the overall the complex is called the Feroz Shah Kotla. Now the stadium in that overall complex is called the Arun Jaitley Stadium. Anyway, I can tell you that the Delhi Capitals have lost the toss, and the Kolkata Knight Riders have chosen to field. And yeah, don't be too confused by the names of the teams. I'm doing this because if I'm even using the real names of the teams in the video, I will have some copyright issues over on YouTube with this one. So it's the capital letters versus the Hoffs, which is obviously, I'm German after all, David Hasselhoff, who came to prominence in a little TV show called Knight Rider. And now that I'm saying that, I think I will have to go back and do a version of the KKR logo using imagery of Team Knight Rider, which was the follow-up series that was done in the 90s without David Hasselhoff and some very, very annoying talking vehicles and very annoying basically teenagers that were now a team, and they did what Michael Knight did with Kid. Well, but that's beside the point. Yes, the Knight Riders have won the toss. They have decided to field. So let's start with the Knight Riders 11. The Knight Riders batting first 11 consists of captain Ajinkya Rahane, opening with the keeper Ankush Raghuvanshi, Cameron Green, the batting all-rounder, and I think the most expensive player in the IPL this season. He is in at number 3. Following him comes Rothman Powell at 4. Manish Pandey is at 5. Rinku Singh is at number 6. At number 7 we have one of the signature players of the IPL of all time, Sunil Narine. At number 8, Anukul Roy. Then Kartik Tyagi is the first bowling the first specialist bowler. Kartik Tyagi, then Vaibhav Arora, and Varun Chakravarti brings up the tail. The Delhi Capitals consist of keeper KL Rahul opening with Patum Nisanka. Zamir Rizvi is at number 3, the all-rounder. Tristan Stubbs, who is not keeping because that is done by KL Rahul, but Tristan Stubbs is at number 4, Nitish Rana at number 5, captain Akshay Patel, the all-rounder, at number 6, Ashutosh Sharma at number 7. That's a good we would say Stichwort in Germany. But the Sharma, I'll tell you later. Lungi Ngidi is at number 8, the South African. Mitchell Stark at number 9, Viprash Nigam at number 10, and Mukesh Kumar, the bowler, at number 11. So, why is Ashutosh Sharma interesting? Because I don't know if you listen to the Armchair Cricket podcast. If you do not, you should. But during the last episode, I was a guest in the last episode of the Armchair Cricket podcast. Again, and I'm thinking about doing a video collaboration with some of the people that I know, and we're going to do an all-time all-Sharma IPL 11. So basically, an all-time 11 for the IPL from all players in the IPL. But the only players that are qualified for this all-time IPL 11 are players called Sharma. That sounded like a bit of fun, and let's see if Ashutosh Sharma can make his case for the inclusion tonight here in Delhi. And we now see 5 times the Delhi Capitals have won, 6 times the Kolkata Knight Riders have won if they met in Delhi. I think the overall head-to-head record should be in Knight Riders' favor as well. Let's see. Now we have the impact sub options, and I'll give you the ones for the Delhi Capitals first. Kuldeep Yadav, Karun Nair, Abhishek Porel, T. Natarajan, and David Miller are the impact sub options for the Delhi Capitals. Interesting because they have, they have 3 batting options. The one, Abhishek Porel, he's also a keeping option. And I don't think that Natarajan or Kuldeep Yadav will play tonight, given the fact that they are not in the playing. Oh no, they have KKR chose to field. Kuldeep Yadav and Natarajan are basically the only viable options for them. So I don't know why. Generally, it's the other way around. Impact sub options for the Kolkata Knight Riders: Finn Allen, Ramandeep Singh, Tejasvi Singh, Navdeep Saini, and Tim Seifert. So they have 4 batting options. Ramandeep Singh is an all-rounder, and both Seifert and Tejasvi Singh are also keepers. So it's interesting because generally, if you are set into bat, you have a few more batting options, because there are now with this impact sub system, there are basically 2 team sheets. They come out into the middle to the toss with 2 team sheets. One is handed out to the opposing captain if you bat first, the other one if you bowl first, regardless of whether you win or lose the toss. It's the only deciding factor is if you bat first or if you bowl first. So anyway, the Kolkata Knight Riders have won the toss. They will field. Yeah, and if you are interested in something like an all-time all-Sharma IPL 11, stay tuned. If you don't want to miss it, you will have to sub to this channel and yeah, maybe activate notifications. That also helps. And obviously, I would really appreciate if you click the like button below this live stream. And let's see if anyone is with us. Yeah, okay. 2 viewers currently in the chat, both saying just hi. So, outcome, the umpires, and now we see the huddle of the Kolkata Knight Riders. Ajinkya Rahane is always really quiet during these huddles. He's not the one to give the pep talks. Which I find remarkable, because he is the captain after all, and motivating his players is part of the job description, isn't it? But Ajinkya Rahane, he's a very well cold-blooded. In the best sense, it takes a lot to rattle Ajinkya Rahane, I feel. So, looking at some IPL career stats here, Pathum Nissanka is the more attacking batsman in this opening partnership of him and KL Rahul, and it looks like Pathum Nissanka will also take a strike, as Anukul Roy, who has made 22 matches and taken 12 wickets in his IPL career, is getting ready to bowl. Now, KL Rahul is out there. He is almost at the striker's end, talking to Pathum Nissanka just a bit, touch of gloves, and off to the non-striker's end KL Rahul goes. Rahane is lying down. He's stretching his lower back, let's put it that way. And Anukul Roy is getting ready to bowl. The umpire is still holding him back. And now we have the countdown. And we are underway in Delhi. We start, interestingly enough, with left arm spin. There is short third man, backward point, extra cover and cover in place. And Pathum Nissanka pushes it out to point. There is no run. So, interestingly, I think this is the... I can count on the fingers of one hand IPL teams starting their bowling with a spinner in this season, and Anukul Roy errs a bit to the short side. It is there to be pulled by Pathum Nissanka, and Pathum Nissanka pulls him, and that means a boundary is the first scoring shot for the Delhi Capitals. 4 runs for Pathum Nissanka, who's on 4 of 2. In comes Anukul Roy, left arm around the wicket to the right-hander Pathum Nissanka, who drives it out to long off. There is a fielder there. That is Rovman Powell, who fields it, throws it back, but the Delhi Capitals have successfully rotated the strike. Rovman Powell is also has the weird Iroquois cut that what was his Dre Russ used to sport that haircut, the mohawk, that very short and wide mohawk. So 5-1 loss after half an over has been bowled. KL Rahul is taking strike, and what's going on? Ajinkya Rahane is I don't know what Rahane is doing here, but Low full toss from Anukul, and Rahul clips it into the leg side, can only find mid wicket. There is no run. Let's have a look at the win probability, because these teams are both in the basement of the table. They are number 7 and 8. ESPN Cricinfo currently has the win percentage or win probability for both teams at 7. Another single into the offside from KL Rahul, bringing the total up to 6 without loss. Final delivery of Anukul Roy's first over coming up, as we are seeing this glorious pavilion looking like a parking garage in the process of slowly collapsing in on itself. In comes Anukul Roy, left arm around the wicket, and this one is an on drive from Pathum Nissanka. They take another single, so Pathum Nissanka hogs the strike. DC end the first over on 7 without loss. Let's have a look at the YouTube chat. First of all, let's have a quick look at... Can we... Oh. Yeah, doesn't matter. No, nothing new. I am up to date there. So, again, if you are listening, don't be shy. Use the YouTube chat. I will read out your messages, your predictions. Who do you think will win this match? Will Ashutosh Sharma, will he make a case for inclusion in the all-time All-Sharma IPL 11 this evening? Let me know. So 7 without loss. Will KKR continue with spin? Will they go to pace now? And it looks like they're going to pace. Vaibhav Arora is going to ball the second over. So after some slow left arm orthodox bowling, now it's right fast medium. In comes Arora, right arm over the wicket to Pathum Nissanka. There is now a slip in place for Pathum Nissanka. Outside edge that goes to ground, and Nissanka is thinking about a single, but he is sent back by his batting partner KL Rahul, and there is no run. Oh, yeah, he gets an edge there, and it dribbles out into the offside, and he was thinking about a run, but KL Rahul sends him back. That's a very good decision. Very, very straight on drive now from Pathum Nissanka, as the fielder is coming around from mid-on and dives to his left, does a judo roll and picks up the ball and is up on his feet in no time and throws it back in towards the square. And there is a single for the Delhi Capitals. The pitch is looking very, very, very brownish. There is not much grass covering here on this pitch. Doesn't look like it. Now, KL Rahul is back on strike. Slip, short third man, point, extra cover. There are 2 mid wickets, and in comes Vaibhav, and this is defended into the offside by KL Rahul. They run another single. Pathum Nissanka is back on strike, as they are now on 9 for no loss. Apparently, if KL Rahul manages a half century in this match tonight, he will then take the orange cap, which is this is one of those interesting things, as Arora comes in, digs it in short, and is hooked by Pathum Nissanka for the first 6 of the innings. That flies away over fine leg. 941 sixes in the tournament thus far, and Delhi Capitals move on to 15 without loss. That's always interesting. It's a cricket thing. It's basically like it is in all formats of the game. Look at look at the 2009 Ashes when the Australians had so many centurions. England had one. Two of the three top wicket takers in the series were Australian, and England won the Ashes, mostly because all of these centuries came in the drawn Cardiff test in that series. Glance towards short fine leg by Nissanka, and that is a single taken by the Delhi Capitals. So Rahul is back on strike, and after starting with a 7-run over, now they are starting to accelerate, which they must. I think, at least in this year's IPL, if you end your power play on a score below 60, that's a very bad sign. Slip has come out, and Rahul guides one or drops one behind backward point. There is a fielder at short third man coming around to pick it up, but Delhi Capitals take another single. So now KL Rahul is hogging the strike as Delhi Capitals move on to 17 without loss after 2 overs. Patum Nissanka on 14 of 8. KL Rahul 3 of 4. The run rate is 8.5. So yeah, even though Delhi Capitals are not that high up on the table, KL Rahul is still in the running for the purple cap, which is the cap that gets presented to the leading run scorer in the tournament. And if KL Rahul can actually make a half century in this match, he will get that purple cap, which is great. And Anukul Roy is given his second over. So we continue with a slow left arm orthodox. He's bowling left arm around the wicket. This one is played straight towards long on by KL Rahul, and he declines the run. Still 17 without loss. 2.1 overs gone. As we are seeing the field, short third man backward point, extra cover. Now there is a cover sweeper. In comes Anukul Roy, and yeah, the cover sweeper can't prevent one bounce force over cow corner though. Yeah, too short from Anukul Roy, and he also loses a bit of his line. Bowling too leg sidey here, I think. It is in the slot, and KL Rahul gets the meat of the bat under that and hammers it over cow corner. It's not long enough for a 6, but it's a boundary, and Delhi Capitals move on to 21 without loss. In comes Anukul again, and Rahul gives himself room by taking half a step back towards the leg side, pushing the ball out into the offside. There is another single. 2.5 overs gone. For some reason, we are now seeing again. There is the current 11 or the batting lineup defended into the ground, fielded by the bowler Anukul Roy, and Patum Nissanka can only play out a dot ball. It's the fielding 11. It's always funny that they show them in batting order. Now, Patum Nissanka plays a very, very straight drive, hits the pad of KL Rahul, and Anukul Roy is herring after it, and there is no run. Heavily taped right hand for Anukul Roy. And now, again, too short from Anukul Roy, and it is caught cleanly, but to the dismay of every KKR fan, it is caught cleanly outside the ropes by one of the ground staff. And that is another 6 runs to the total for Delhi Capitals. That 6 means they have taken 11 of the third over. Patum Nisanka on 20 of 11. KL Rahul, who has also kicked on 8 of 7. And Anukul Roy, figures of none for 18 from 2. The current run rate has climbed to 9.33. And yeah, they made 7 in the first over, then 10 in the second, and now 11 in the third. So they are on their way to a competent or to a decent power play score, I would say. Around 60, I would say. At the smaller grounds, at the more batter friendly grounds, I think is a must. And yeah, the Delhi pitch has been quite dead. But interestingly enough, Kolkata Knight Riders are now going to bowl some mystery spins. Sunil Narine is brought on with his off breaks. Maybe the pitch is starting to die a little bit as the competition goes on, but I've seen some matches at the Feroz Shah Kotla this season that were well, murder. It was murder. There were 2 bowling attacks that were brought out to be slaughtered by the batsman, basically. Yeah, maybe the pitch is dying because in the smaller Indian grounds for T20s, they can only use the middle strip, basically. So there are other strips beside that. There are, I think, 6 or 7 strips in the middle at the Feroz Shah Kotla, but for the matches, they only play on the middle strip, the central strip. Otherwise, the boundaries in one direction or another, they just get too short. There's another 4 in it for Patum Nisanka this time, who moves on to 25, and now he has taken a single after Sunil Narine managed to produce a dot ball, and Delhi Capitals are 34 without loss. So at least so far in the season, the Feroz Shah Kotla has been one of the higher scoring grounds. Now, Cameron Green at long on is unable to stop a lofted on drive from who was that? Rahul. 38 without loss. As we are seeing now the replays of Green diving over the ball as it runs towards the boundary. Not the fastest outfield here tonight, I think. Anyway, final delivery, and Narine bowls some more mystery spin, and this one is played out again towards long on. This time Cameron Green has been more on guard, and he can prevent the boundary this time, keeping the Delhi Capitals to a single. 39 without loss after 4. Let's have a look at the YouTube chat. Just a second. Some knuckle-headed gearheads across the street are trying to start an obviously broken down scooter. Idiots. Now they can start it. Okay. Don't do it in front of my window, you muppets. Kartik Tyagi, 30 matches, 26 wickets in the IPL. I'm very, very sorry. And there is another boundary, this time a cut shot from KL Rahul that evades the fielder, even though he tries to grab for it after it for 2 more times. Just a second. Okay, looks like the dipshits got their scooter running and have left now. What did we miss? We missed a single, and KL Rahul is very, very cross with himself. And if you were so inclined, you could now vote on iplT20.com/fan-poll. Is KL Rahul the most underrated T20 batsman of all time? And yeah, he is a bit underrated, but he is not the most underrated T20 cricket batsman of all time. Definitely not. The answer to that one is Ishant Sharma, obviously. Another one for the all-time All-Sharma 11, I would say. Attempt at a lofted on-drive from Pathum Nissanka as Kartik Tyagi continues. Can only find long on, and there is no run. So, we are in the 5th over. We have had more overs of spin than of pace thus far. We have had 2 overs of pace. This is the second one, Kartik Tyagi. We had 2 overs of spin from Anukul Roy, some left arm spin, and then we had 1 right arm mystery spin from Narayan. In comes Kartik Tyagi and cut but fielded by backward point. Delhi Capitals run a single though, as Anukul Roy at backward point had a very, very good reflexes there, stopped the ball and threw it back towards the keeper. The orange cap leaderboard. Heinrich Klaas is in first with 494. And KL Rahul is in third with 464. So 30 runs, which... 30 runs. Yeah, he is currently on 90. Okay, he needs a 52. He needs a 50 to take the orange cap from Heinrich Klaassen. And he is looking to be well on his way. Another 4 runs for him, so he moves on to 23 of 13. 49 without loss to Delhi Capitals. So, almost halfway to his half century there, KL Rahul. Which would also bring him the purple cap. Doesn't seem all that pleased with the shot though. Partnership of 49, Kelce of 29 deliveries. Final delivery of the 5th over from Kartik Tyagi. There is short third man in place, and that one is skied high into the night sky over Delhi by KL Rahul, and it is taken by Cameron Green at mid-on. Easy catch. Cameron Green takes it, and Delhi Capitals lose their first wicket inside the power play. KL Rahul has to go. Caught Green, bowled Kartik Tyagi for 23 of 14 with the strike rate of 164.28. And that means 10 runs and 1 wicket have come off this 5th over. Delhi Capitals ended on 14-9 for 1. Pathum Nissanka, the not-out batsman thus far, at the moment, he's on 26 of 17, 26 of 16. Kartik Tyagi makes the breakthrough for KKR, 1 for 10 from his 1 over. And Nitish Rana, I think, should be in at number 3 for the Delhi Capitals. Let's see if... Yes, indeed, it is Nitish Rana, local boy, who is now at the non-strikers end for the final over of the power play. Who will bowl it? I think we saw a single over from Sunil Narayan just to rotate the bowlers over a bit. And I think now he will be... I think we will have maybe Aurora? Anyway, Nitish Rana, 127 matches, 3,070 runs at a strike rate of 138 in his IPL career, but he will not be on strike since KL Rahul's wicket fell off the final delivery of the last over. And lofted leg glance by Pathum Nissanka as Vaibhav is bowling too wide down the leg side, and it flies over short fine leg, who has been stationed there for just that eventuality, but it is too high from Pathum Nissanka, and that is 4 more runs. And the Delhi Capitals move on to 53. 53 for 1. I think the game is still very much in the balance. Maybe very, very slight advantage to the Delhi Capitals, but I am not really convinced that it is a real advantage yet. Shorter and lap pulled by Pathum Nissanka. There is a sweeper at deep mid wicket, and the Delhi Capitals can only run a single. As we are seeing replays earlier, there were apparently problems with Nitish Rana's bat. The umpires now have these gauges that the bats will have to go through, and there seem to be some problems with Nitish Rana's bat. There seem to have been some problems with Nitish Rana's bat. I don't know why they are doing this, because generally after some discussions, the players are allowed to use that bat anyways. So yeah, I don't know why you would check. Anyway, so now Delhi Capitals have a left-right combination, and Vaibhav is continuing right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Nitish Rana. Angles one across him, who lets that one go. It is taken by slip, and there is no run. So maybe a quiet final over of the power play will swing the advantage back KKR's way. We will see replays of KL Rahul's wicket as Cameron Green took the catch. In comes Vaibhav, and this one is blocked to Sunil Narayan at mid wicket. There is no run. And we are now seeing some stupid AI shit on the screen again. The IPL is, for some reason, they are partnered with Google AI, which is absolutely useless. Gemini is one of the worst AI options that you have. Angled across Nitish Rana again, who looks to drive, misses it. There is no outside edge. No one is appealing for that one, and there is no run. So 3 dot balls in the over now, and 3 dot balls, 3 consecutive dot balls, I should say, taken by the keeper. There is no run. As I have very, very many digital artifacts on my stream. Okay, now I'm seeing. And uppercut, but deep backward point is coming in. He can stop it. I think that is Rahman Powell. But not before the Delhi Capitals can run a single. So, power play done. Delhi Capitals 55 for 1. And I think that means slight advantage to the Kolkata Knight Riders. 6 runs coming off the 6th over. Aurora ends the 6th over with figures of none for 16 from 2, and let's see what the chat is saying. Looks like I'm up to date on the chat. Okay. And we are seeing the third spinner now. Varun Chakravarti is brought in. 92 matches, 110 wickets in his IPL career, economy of 7.7. He replaces Tyagi now. And so it is time for the first over of leg break of the innings. As Nitish Rana is now taking strike. In comes Varun Chakravarti, right arm around the wicket to the left-hander Nitish Rana. And they can find a single in the leg side here. 56 for 1. Now Pathum Nissanka is on strike. And I suspect that Varun Chakravarti will now switch to over the wicket to the right-hander. Rothman Powell in the deep is repositioned by a combination of the keeper, the bowler, and the captain. And attempted leg glance gets a toe end to it. It bounces high into the air after rocketing into the ground. And there is no run as the keeper is coming around from behind the stumps and fielding that one. A single of the next delivery. And Delhi Capitals move on to 57 for 1. Raghuvanshi, the keeper, looks very, very young, isn't he? He's been doing a pretty good job so far. Not that he had that much to do, but a competent keeper nonetheless. Another single. So 3 runs have come off the 7th over so far, the first of Varun Chakravarti, and he has pulled the scoring back quite a bit. And yes, I am indeed correct. The keeper Raghuvanshi, he is 21 years young. So, another dot ball of the penultimate over of Varun Chakravarti's first innings. 58 for 1, Delhi Capitals. The Kolkata Knight Riders are clawing some of the advantage back, but there is the obligatory there is the thing you can't let happen in a T20 match. Guided between slip and short third man, or let's have a look at the replay. That is between... come on, that's a very, very bad... No, it's between short third man and backward point, guided by Pathum Nissanka, and that is the boundary for the over. So, in the end, still 7 runs to the total for Delhi Capitals, 62 for 1. 7 overs gone. Pathum Nissanka 36 of 22 and Nitish Rana on 3 of 6. Varun Chakravarti none for 7 after 1 over, and we see Cameron Green 39 matches, 19 wickets, economy of 9.5 in his IPL career. He is the most expensive. He has been the most expensive player in this year's auction. Don't know. In he comes, right arm around the wicket to the left-handed Nitish Rana, who cuts him out. There is Rothman Powell out in the deep, who fields it. They run a single, 63 for 1. As apparently on ESPN Cricinfo, people are complaining about Nitish Rana's strike rate, which is only 50. And they say he chews up balls and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not ideal for a number 3, but the thing is, if you need 5 or 6 deliveries to get your eye in, and then start scoring after that, it's all fine. And now Pathum Nissanka again. We have seen this once before this evening. The lofted leg glance from Pathum Nissanka as Cameron Green is erring more towards the leg side, and that is another lofted leg glance for 6. I think the first one was also for 6. So yeah, I really like Pathum Nissanka. It is a mistimed leg glance, but it goes for 6. So yeah, doesn't really matter. As we say in Germany, der Zweck heiligt die Mittel. The end justifies the means. You would say in English. And in German, the ends are not justifying; they are blessing the means. So another single for Nissanka now. So Rana can maybe silence his critics now. 70 is up for the Delhi Capitals, 70 for 1 after 7.3 overs. The bowling options, everyone, or they have used 6 different bowlers now with Cameron Green, and Green coming in right arm around the wicket to the left-handed Nitish Rana, who plays an extraordinary shot. It's basically an uppercut with an angled bat while coming down the wicket, and also lifting his back foot Peterson style, flamingo shot style, and it finds the boundary. So Nitish Rana takes Delhi Capitals to 74 for 1. I think that's his first boundary, obviously. And that takes the strike rate to 100. As Green continues right arm around the wicket, defended back towards the bowler by Rana. No run, so strike rate back below 100 for Nitish Rana. Final delivery of the over is coming up. 74 for 1 after 7.5 overs. The Delhi Capitals. Nitish Rana is on strike. As we are seeing some highlights now of the innings so far. In comes Cameron Green, attempted hook shot, but there is the old war horse. There is Sunil Narayan stationed for just such an attempt at short fine leg, and he has no problems. Easy catch for Sunil Narayan. 74 for 2 after 8, the Delhi Capitals. 12 runs and 1 wicket have come off the 8th over. 74 for 2. Pathum Nissanka, everything seems to, well, can you call it a collapse yet? I don't think so. But he is the one around whom the other batsmen seem to rotate at the moment. The batting fulcrum of the Delhi Capitals in this innings, if you want to say it if you will, maybe. So Pathum Nissanka 43 of 24, and Rizvi is in at number 4 for the Delhi Capitals, 74 for 2. Last wicket to fall was Nitish Rana. Caught Narayan, bowled Green, 8 of 10. Strike rate is 80 for him. That means, well, KKR are currently favorites again, but the game is standing on the knife's edge. Samir Rizvi is balancing on a knife's edge. Samir Rizvi, 24 matches in the IPL, and I didn't see the rest of the stats. Doesn't really matter. Varun Chakravarti is given a second over, so back to leg spin now. In he comes, right arm over the wicket, tucked out into the leg side by Pathum Nissanka. Another single, 75 it should be, doesn't it? Yes, 75 for 2 now. So, Rizvi on strike for the first time in this match now. In comes Varun Chakravarti. Appeal for LBW, but there is an inside edge from Rizvi. Do they refer it up to the third umpire? No, they do not. Ajinkya Rahane is gesturing and resetting fields and fine-tuning his field settings. There is a slip in place now. Another appeal for LBW, but again, Varun Chakravarti is not... there is no reaction from the on-field umpires, what I'm saying, and Chakravarti can't believe it. He's pleading with his captain, but Ajinkya Rahane seems unmoved, and I think he's right not to review that. I think there is a massive inside edge there. And next one, again, inside edge, but this time they run a single, so 75 for 2. DRS timer is ticking down as Varun Chakravarti, he appealed again, but doesn't look like anyone is going to review that. No, indeed not. So, Patum Nisanka is back on strike. He's on 44 of 25. A single 6. Another one of those lofted leg glances, maybe. That would take him to his 50. Chakravarti is in the low to high 90s. First delivery of the over was the fastest, 98 kilometers per hour, and then very, very steady at 93 kilometers per hour. In what's that in miles? High 60s, low 70s, I think. Final delivery, and this one is edged towards first slip, but there it bounces in front of the first slip, and that is the strategic timeout. Delhi Capitals 77 for 2, 3 runs coming off Varun Chakravarti's second over. Current run rate 8.55. Chakravarti none for 10 of 2. Samir Rizvi 1 of 4. Patum Nisanka 45 of 26. Let's have a look at the chat. I think I'm up to date there, and I will take a very short break, and I will be with you in 2 minutes. And we are back after the strategic timeout. And both teams, as I'm seeing now on the screen, are not only in the bottom half of the table regarding the points in the actual games, but also in the bottom half of the fair play table. And Sunil Narain is given another over. He is bowling right arm over the wicket to the right-hander Pathum Nissanka, who plays the first one out to short third man. There is no run. Now he goes down on one knee, sweeps a very full ball from the Rhine, and I think they have run a single. Indeed, they have. Gets it away square of the wicket. There is a single. 78 for 2 now. And Zamir Rizvi is on a strike. Also a right-hander. Slip in place for Rizvi as Narain comes in a right arm over the wicket. He is a very, very tricky bowler to play, not just because of his release, the action that has been under some scrutiny from time to time. But one of the very, very hard parts is that he hides the ball behind his back during his run-up. So players don't have any chance to read it, read the grip or stuff like that. And now there has been a couple of runs as Rizvi has been able to pierce the leg side field. There is a sweeper out in the deep though, so no boundary, but they have run a couple. In comes Narain, and this one is high into the air. There is a fielder at cow corner. That is Roughman Powell, and he makes no mistakes with maybe 5 centimeters between the heel of his left foot and the boundary rope. Takes the catch very, very safely. No juggling or anything like that. Just above his eye line. Fingers pointing up in the Australian way. And the third wicket for the Delhi Capitals has fallen. That is Samir Rizvi caught Powell bowled Narain for 3 of 7. Strike rate 42.85. And now Delhi are, well, in a worrying position, I would say. Not all is lost yet, but 80 for 3 after at almost the halfway stage of the innings. That is a bit concerning. So let's have a look at the YouTube chat. If you are listening to this, remember, go ahead and use the YouTube chat. It's a bit like Guerrilla Cricket over there. My partners in crime for IPL coverage this year. Go ahead after the match, look up guerillacricket.com. There you can find where and when you will be able to listen to the Gorillas, who are a much more, let's put it that way, they are a much more professional outfit than I am. More people and proper studio and stuff like that. But Tristan Stubbs is in at number 5 for the Delhi Capitals, and he gets out of Sunil Narain's second over with another dot ball. So Delhi Capitals 80 for 3 at the halfway stage, run rate 8. Pathum Nissanka 46 of 28. Tristan Stubbs none of 1. Sunil Narain ends his second over with figures of 1 for 14, very, very handy figures in a T20, at a ground that has been high scoring so far in this season of the IPL. And Anukul is now replacing Varun Chakravarti. So Anukul Roy is given his third over. In he comes, left arm around the wicket to Pathum Nissanka, who drives him too long off. There is no fielder there. It is a bit towards cover, I think. Yeah, there is a fielder who was very, very straight at long off. He is coming around, but there is no chance. to stop that, because cover was inside the 30-yard circle, and the lofted cover drive gets Pathum Nissanka his 50. In comes Anukul, and this time Pathum Nissanka is beaten as Anukul Roy is bowling left arm around the wicket. The ball is very, very wide, and Pathum Nissanka is trying to reach it with his bat almost horizontally outside the off stump, misses it. He stretches so far that he has to balance with his back foot, which comes off the ground, and there is a stumping Pathum Nissanka, and 50 and out. That's in this Delhi Capitals batting lineup, that is, or in this match, especially in this match, when he was the one that was in at the moment. Now we have two very, very fresh batsmen to the crease. It's a very, very wide ball, but I think it's just inside the tram lines. Raghuvanshi makes no mistake, takes the ball cleanly, and in one move swings his gloves towards the wicket and removes both bails. So Pathum Nissanka stumped Raghuvanshi, bowled Roy for 50 exactly of 29 deliveries, strike rate 172.41 for him, 85 for 4, and that should bring in the captain for the Delhi Capitals at number 6. Aksha Patel, I think, is coming in, and yes, it is out. Stumpings are always referred up to the third umpire, but he is. It's an open and shut. It's an open and shut case in this case. The keeper Anchorage there is very, very. What? It's been given a wide. But you can get stumped off wides. That's yeah. So he has to bowl. He has taken a wicket, but he has to bowl it again. So yeah, looks like the third umpire was not satisfied. It was inside the tram lines, but the wicket still falls, and Aksha Patel, the captain for the Delhi Capitals, is now out in the middle at number 6. He is facing the left-hander. The last 35 balls have brought 41 runs, but also 4 wickets, as Anukul bowls another wide as he continues to bowl left arm around the wicket to the left-hander Aksha Patel, and this one is down the leg side. 173 matches and 1,949 runs for Aksha Patel. I didn't catch the strike rate, but it's not bad if I remember correctly. And Lecklands gets Aksha Patel off the mark. 87 for 4, stops on strike for the second time in this innings. Beautiful in the replay, beautifully deceived Pathum Nissanka. Anukul Roy pulls him out of his ground, then bowls a very wide delivery, and Anchorage is seems to be well aware of the plan. He has no problems taking the ball and removing the bails in one flowing and very clean motion. Tristan Stubbs is now on strike rate of 155 in his IPL career of 43 matches thus far. Slapped out to cover by Tristan Stubbs, and I think they will take a couple of runs here, because this one is stopped right by the boundary rope, and 2 runs to the total for the Delhi Capitals. And we are seeing now from the stump camera the replay of the stumping of Pathum Nissanka. Anchorage, he's right up to the stumps. I think the bails are about 10 to 15 centimeters in front of his grill. So that's how close he is standing up to the stumps here. Very good keeping from the 21-year-old. So in he comes and stump to stump, does it for stops. He is bowled. Top of off, comes off. What? Tristan Stubbs is not a bad batsman. Anukul is bowling from around the wicket, and there is one that skids through, and Stubbs is looking to play inside the line, is beaten on the outside edge, and it takes the top of his off stump. And we have 2 wickets in 1 over. Anukul now with figures of none for 27. Final delivery of the 11th over is coming up. The last 20 balls have brought 19 runs and 4 wickets. And I think now we can speak of a collapse. And it was not triggered by Pathum Nissanka's dismissal, but it definitely has been accelerated by his dismissal. Oh, I threw something to the ground. I have to pick that up. Give me just a second. There we are again. So yeah, Delhi Capitals were going along very, very wobbly. Pathum Nissanka, the only positive of, or the, yeah, he's the best. He's one of 2 positives, maybe. The other one is a 25 or almost a 25 from KL Rahul, but no one else has made any runs with the bat, and now we are looks like we are in panic mode. Ricky Ponting, the team coached by Ricky Ponting, is probably in a bit of a panic mode now. 89 for 5 after 11. Akshay Patel and Ashutosh Sharma are in the middle, so I think Ashutosh is the last recognized batsman of this Delhi lineup, and Sunil Narayan is bowling a right arm around the wicket to the left-handed Aksha, and he beats him on the outside edge. Ankrish takes a very, very clean catch. There is no run, 89 for 5, and we have Tim Southey, the bowling coach for the KKR. Now on screen, he's giving an interview as Sunil Narayan continues. There is a slip in place for Sunil Narayan bowling to Akshay Patel now. So right-hander around the wicket to the left arm, right armer around the wicket to the left-hander, Akshay Patel. There is again no run. In he comes for the 3rd delivery, beats him on the outside edge again, and Ankrish, he is standing. He can breathe down the neck of Captain Akshay Patel here. He's so close to the stumps. And Akshay Patel is relatively far back in his crease. Maybe too far, I would say. There is always the danger of a dismissal hit wicket. And Sunil Narayan can keep him quiet. 4 consecutive dot balls in the 12th over from Narayan. Now there is a mistimed flick by Akshay Patel, or a mistimed shot of some description. He was looking to play it into the offside, mistimed it, and it ended up at backward square leg. Doesn't matter for Akshay Patel. He gets a single, so 2 of 6 for him now, and Ashutosh is on strike for the final delivery of Sunil Narayan's third over. Figures of 1 for 15 thus far for Sunil Narain. But that single from captain Akshay Patel has brought up 90 for 5, and there was former KKR skipper and current India coach Gautam Gambhir. He played for both teams actually. He was for a very long time he played for and captained Kolkata Knight Riders, but he is a Delhiite, and he ended his IPL career with what at the time was still called the Delhi Daredevils, which gave Danny Morrison the unfortunate chance to make it's the double G for the double D's jokes every time he came out to bat for the Delhi Daredevils at the time, now the Delhi Capitals. So yeah, he played for both teams. And now, of course, he is India's head coach. Anukul Roy is bowled out by captain Ajinkya Rahane. And Akshay takes a single off the first delivery. 91 for 5. As Anukul comes in, left arm around the wicket. Appeal for caught behind, given as a wide, as he is bowling down the leg side of Ashutosh. And the keeper is convinced that was a strangle down the leg side of Ashutosh Sharma. The on-field umpire spread his wings first thing. Has anyone reviewed that? Let me have a look at the live ball by ball. Knight Riders review. The Knight Riders review if that is not a wicket strangled down the leg side, but it doesn't look like he got an edge to that one. Looks like the ball clips the trousers. The original decision is not out. Ultra edge coming up now, and as the ball passes the bat, there is no amplitude in ultra edge. Yeah, there is a sound when the ball passes the trouser of his front leg. So original decision not out, and that decision is upheld. The review is retained at apparently because it has been given as a wide. Slightly lucky there for KKR, I would say. 91 for 5, and Anukul comes in, left arm around the wicket, and that one is driven with a very, very straight bat, but straight to cover by Ashutosh. There is no run. Still, 91 for 5, 12.3 overs gone. In comes Anukul, left arm around the wicket to Ashutosh, who this time drives it past the right of cover there, and the fielder from long off is coming in to clean up. Single taken by the Delhi Capitals batsman, 92 for 5, 12.4 overs gone. Akshay Patel, the captain for Delhi, is back on strike. He's on 3 of 7. The run rate has collapsed to 7.26. Ashutosh angling a delivery the left arm around the wicket across the left-handed Akshay Patel, who cuts it to Cameron Green. Another single taken by the Delhi Capitals, 93 for 5. Ashutosh back on strike. 3 runs thus far off Anukul's 4th over. He has figures of 2 for 30 thus far. In he comes, left arm around the wicket, driven again to Rovman Powell out in the deep at long on. Another single taken by the Delhi Capitals batsman. 13 overs gone, 4 have come off the 13th. Delhi Capitals 94 for 5. Ashutosh Sharma 2 of 6. Akshay Patel 4 of 8. Anukul Roy ends his evening with 2 for 31 of 4 overs. He probably one of the bowlers that will be subbed out come the second innings. But let's have a look where he would have batted in the... he's a bit too high up. Kartik Tyagi, Vaibhav Arora and Varun Chakravarti are the obvious candidates to be subbed out for another batsman come the second innings. So 94 for 5 and Varun Chakravarti is given another over, coming in right arm over the wicket to the right-handed Ashutosh, who plays it out into the leg side. There is a fielder at mid-wicket and there is no run. 94 for 5, 13.1 overs gone. Delhi Capitals have not found any fluency with the bat, apart from maybe Pathum Nissanka, who then threw it away. And since then, it's been all KKR. The bowlers have taken control of the innings so far. As Ashutosh finds a single, as we are seeing Varun Chakravarti, he is hobbling back to his mark. Hopefully he will be able to continue. Delhi 95 for 5. Captain Akshay Patel is on strike. 4 of 8 for him. And in comes Varun Chakravarti. Very, very quick run up for a leg spinner. He's bowling right arm around the wicket. He is bowling in the 90 km/h range, and every time he walks back to his mark, he is hobbling. He has bowled 2 full overs thus far. Outside edge by Akshay Patel as Varun Chakravarti continues right arm around the wicket. It flies, it goes high into the air, and it is then fielded by slip in the end. There is no run. 95 for 5, 13.4 overs. 22 deliveries since Delhi Capitals last found the boundary. And again, Ankrish is so close to the stumps. It's almost illegal. You can't have your gloves in front of the stumps. Can't take the ball in front of the stumps. But he's the tips of his fingers are basically half a millimeter behind the line of the stumps. That's how close up he is standing to the spinners in this KKR lineup. In comes Varun Chakravarti, right arm around the wicket, arm ball, and picked up by Akshay Patel and lofted over the head of Varun Chakravarti, but it bounces about 5 meters in front of Cameron Green, who fields it. Single for Delhi, 96 for 5. Akshay, 5 of 12. Ashutosh, 3 of 8. Varun Chakravarti ends his third over with none for 12. Let's have a look at the live chat. Remember, if you are listening to this, don't be shy. Use the live chat. I will read out your messages. And also, check out my partners in crime, Gorilla Cricket, for some more IPL coverage. They will be doing the midweek games on Wednesdays generally. Check out gorillacricket.com. There you can find how to listen to them, where to listen to them, and when to listen to them. We have another strategic timeout, and I will take a very short drinks break, and I will be back with you in about 2 minutes. So, don't go anywhere. See you in a bit. So we are back from the drinks break or the strategic timeout. We have seen 14 overs of cricket, and Delhi Capitals are still in the 90s. As we are seeing, Suryavanshi is in first for the sixes in this season, 37 for him. Abhishek in second with 36. Ryan Rickelton in third with 33 sixes. And Kartik Tyagi continues. Attempted defense as he bowls right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Akshay Patel. He was looking to defend it with a very, very straight bat, gets an outside edge, but there is no fielder there. And there is no run, as we are seeing replays of Tristan Stubbs' dismissal by Anukul. He got over half a degree of drift and then 1.5 degrees of turn as Tyagi continues appeal for an outside edge as Akshay is looking to play basically the same shot. He's looking for a checked drive, but the umpires are unmoved and Tyagi is back to his mark. It was maybe the enthusiasm of youth that convinced Ankrich to appeal for an outside edge there. Anyway, still no triple figures for Delhi Capitals. The run rate below 7 now, 6.7 as Tyagi comes in, right arm over the wicket and, well, defended into the offside by Akshay Patel, and they run a very, very quick single. There is a fielder picking it up, throwing it towards the bowler's end, but no chance of a run out. They take the single, 97 for 5 now. Still no triple figures, and the boundaries have really, really dried up. The last boundary we saw was in the 11th over. Just to remind everyone, in the 11th over we saw the last boundary, and we are now in the 15th, halfway through the 15th, to be precise, 97 for 5. Ashutosh on strike. He's on 3 of 8 as we see that Varun Chakravarti is off the field in conversation with probably a physio, but I don't know. I guess he will be... He has 1 over left, I think. This time, Tyagi beats the outside edge of Ashutosh. There is no run. 6.61 the run rate. 97 for 5 still Delhi Capitals. So given the fact that Varun Chakravarti was hobbling back towards his mark earlier in the piece, he is batting 11th for the KKR. So yeah, there is basically no doubt that he will be subbed out come the batting innings. In comes Kartik Tyagi, straight on drive from Ashutosh, and it is fielded by Long On. Throws it back in, another single. And that brings up 98 for 5. So they have a chance to get to triple figures in the 15th over. Final delivery coming up from Tyagi. But yeah, it's not going well for Delhi Capitals. In comes Tyagi, final delivery to Akshay Patel, who plays it out to backward point, and he was looking for a run, but he is sent back by Ashutosh. There is no run, dot ball, 98 for 5. The fielder at backward point was cannoning it in towards the keeper. Akshay Patel was maybe 2 meters down the pitch, turned around and got his bat grounded behind the batting crease before Angrish could remove the bails. Otherwise, we would have had another or second run out of the innings. And looks like Sunil Narain is brought back. He is given the 15th over, and now KKR are in control. As we are seeing, there is Varun Chakravarti is back on the field. He is still hobbling. Looks like his left foot or left leg, knee, whatever, is giving him some problems. But I don't think that KKR will need require too much of his service this evening. Sunil Narain is bowling right arm over the wicket to the right-handed Ashutosh, who pushes it out, but there is a fielder at cover and he pushes it straight towards that fielder. There is no run. There is a slip in place for Ashutosh as he again plays it out to the fielder at cover. There is one inside the ring, and again no run. So we are in the 16th over and Delhi Capitals are still in the 90s, still no triple figures for him. Sunil Narain will have bowled out after this one. Appeal for LBW. Did he smuggle the ball past the inside edge of Ashutosh here? Hit him on the back leg. They are thinking about reviewing. And Ajinkya Rahane is in conversation with his bowler, his keeper. And I think Ankrish is saying that maybe it would have gone down, or maybe the height. We are now seeing a replay with ball tracking, and I think it is it a good idea to lag on my screen, and I can't tell you. It looked borderline to me. Should they have reviewed it? I think the worst they would have feared would have been an umpire's call on impact. I think impact was in line. Or maybe it was in fact it was a. Oh, now we are seeing it again. It is impact in line, and it's, as I said, umpire's call on the wickets. It might have taken the leg bail clean off. If they had reviewed it, it wouldn't have made a difference, but also they wouldn't have lost the review. So now Sunil Narain is changing to around the wicket for Akshay Patel, and they trot through for a single, thus bringing up triple figures on the last delivery of the 16th over. 16 overs gone, and Delhi Capitals are 100 for 5. KKR are firm favorites in this match, I have to say. The target looking to be around. Let's have a look. Does ESPN still do that? No, but get a load of this. The overall run rate is 6.18, and in the last 5 overs, Delhi Capitals have made 12 runs. So a run rate of 2.4 for the last 5 overs. And Varun Chakravarti is replacing Tyagi, even though he was hobbling earlier. In he comes, right arm over the wicket, tucked into the leg side, fielded by a fielder coming around from backward square leg, and he hobbles back to his mark as the Delhi Capitals take a single of the first delivery of Varun Chakravarti's final over of the night. The run rate 6.25. Ashutosh on strike, 5 of 15 for him. In comes Varun Chakravarti, very, very wide outside the off stump. And is that given as a wide? It's not given as a wide, as Ashutosh is leaning across, and the umpire says, okay, you are standing so far outside your off stump. That is not a wide in this case. In comes Varun Chakravarti, and this is lofted straight down the ground, and that is the first boundary since the 11th over, and it is a 6. It's a big one. Ashutosh moves on to 11 of 17. 38 ball boundary drought is over for the Delhi Capitals. 944 sixes thus far in the competition, the IPL season 2026. And Ajinkya Rahane makes a pained expression, but there is really not much to be concerned about at this stage in the game. There is something that might be what do you even call that position? There is short third man in place, but to the left of short third man there is a very, very deep slip. Why put the man there? Put them that far away from the bat. There is a spinner bowling. The slip should be in. Anyway, it doesn't help because there is a cut shot, and this time there is a misfield by Anukul out in the deep. He can't prevent the boundary, so 4 runs for Ashutosh, who's nearing a strike rate of 100, and another one. Very, very square drive, and again finds the boundary. Consecutive 4s. Now that the dam has been broken, the runs and the boundaries are flowing for Delhi Capitals. 4 more runs. So 10, 14, 15 runs thus far, and there is still a delivery left to bowl in the 17th over. Delhi Capitals 115 for 5, 16.5 overs gone. In my estimation, it's a little bit late. It's a little too late. I would think. Kolkata Knight Riders are firmly in control of this match, as Varun Chakravarti is back at his mark for the final delivery of the 17th over. In he comes, right arm over the wicket. Very, very wide outside the off stump. Cut by Ashutosh, but this time no error from Anukul Roy, I think it was. And he keeps Delhi Capitals to a single of the final delivery, but 16 runs of the 17th over. Delhi Capitals 116 for 5 now. Let's have a look at your YouTube chats. Again, if you are listening to this, don't be shy. Say hi in the chat. It's always good fun to talk to you, to the listeners. If you listen to Gorilla Cricket, who are my partners in crime or I am their partner in crime in this IPL season, check them out after this match, so you can find out where you can listen to them, when you can listen to them. GorillaCricket.com. They are a much bigger operation than I am. They have a dedicated studio, many more commentators, stuff like that. Graphics, and of course, the incomparable jingles of people like Morg and Men with Ven. I think there are some old Men with Ven jingles in there. All good fun. One of the best jingles this season is obviously the generic IPL guy jingle. That is just played for all the players that Morg did not have time to compose jingles for. Generic IPL guy. Yeah, so Tyagi replaces Narain. He will bowl the 18th over, and Varun Chakravarti is sitting in the dugout, and I am pretty sure that he will be... well, I don't know. Chakravarti is the number 11. Looking at this stuff, do you really expect to need your number 11's services in pursuit of around, well, maybe 130? Do you really expect that? As Ashutosh dances down the wicket to a right arm over delivery from Tyagi that is very short, and he comes down the pitch and looks to play an uppercut, but it bounces over the top edge of his outstretched bat. There is no run. 116 for 5. Do you really need your 11? Do you expect that you will have to bat down to 11 to chase this down? Maybe just say, okay, it's if it comes to this, if we need you, then okay, then we have lost anyway. Ashutosh, again, Tyagi digs it in short, and this time Ashutosh makes contact, and he makes contact for 6. Deliberate uppercut for 6. Over where first slip would have stood, but that's a very good 6. 122 for 5. 17.2 overs gone. Aksha 8 of 18. Ashutosh 26 of 22. He is now the second highest score in the innings for Delhi Capitals, basically from out of nowhere. Defensive field now, short third man, short fine leg. And Ashutosh hammers one into the ground. It runs away towards long on. And I think they have run a single. Indeed, they have. So, Akshay Patel, the captain of the Delhi Capitals, who hasn't done that much with the bat in this innings. 8 of 18 for him now. Strike rate below 50. 123 for 5. 17.3 overs gone. Run rate is climbing again. It's over 7 now. Akshay on strike. That was the last delivery from Tyagi. That was a slower ball, and Ashutosh mistimed that. In comes Tyagi again, right arm over the wicket, angles one across the left-hander, who plays it down to Manish Pandey at long on, and they run another single. 124 for 5, 17.4 overs gone. Akshay is gesticulating with his bat towards someone. I don't know. Does he need a change of bat? It's all a bit unclear. 7.02 the run rate. Ashutosh taking strike. Still short third man and fine leg in place. Dug in short again by Tyagi. Played out to Nitish Rana, I think, at deep mid-wicket. And there is, I think, a single taken, but the broadcaster thinks the wickets are more important, and I think they forgot that there is another delivery left in the over. No, they have not forgotten. Here it comes. In comes Tyagi, cut by Akshay Patel, this time to deep point, and I think that is it. Indeed it is. 18 overs gone. 10 runs of the 18th. Delhi Capitals 126 for 5. And apparently, Delhi Capitals, the leadership of Delhi Capitals does not agree with my assessment that maybe just put Varun Chakravarti somewhere out of the way in the field for the last 2 overs, and then hope that you don't need him in the chase of in a sub 150 chase. Now apparently there has been a substitution, or a substitution has been made, and it looks like Finn Allen. Yes, now we have it on the screen. Sub out. Varun Chakravarti is done for the day, and Finn Allen is brought in as the impact player early. Generally, the teams tend to do that during the innings break. Doesn't really matter. Vaibhav is given his third, Aurora. Vaibhav Aurora. 2 for 16, his figures for the night. Akshay Patel, the captain of the Delhi Capitals, is on strike. He's on 10 of 20. The run rate is 7. In comes Aurora, right arm around the wicket, and this one is very, very leg-sidey, and Akshay Patel hops back towards leg and flicks one off his toes. I think they have taken a single. Yes, indeed they have, because there is a fielder out in the leg side at mid-wicket for Akshay Patel, and yeah, that is a single. Ashutosh back on strike. Second highest score in the innings for Delhi Capitals comes from Ashutosh Sharma out of nowhere, after he was hanging around but not setting the world on fire, I think. Lungi Ngidi is not looking all that happy with the performance of his batsman. Not much to bowl at for him in the second innings, if I would have to venture a guess. In again comes Vaibhav, and again he bowls right arm around the wicket, this time to the right-hander Ashutosh, and angles one very, very shallow across him. It would have been a wide, but Ashutosh fishes for it outside his off stump, gets a bat to it, and they run another single. 128 for 5, 18.2. Aksha on strike. 21 deliveries he has faced, 11 runs he has made, and there is one duck in short from Aurora, and Akshay Patel swivel pulls it, and he swivel pulls it down Roy's throat. Very, very flat batted shot. Might have been his maximum if there had been no fielder out in the deep. Listeners of Guerrilla Cricket will know what I'm talking about. So, no maximum, but a wicket. And Akshay Patel, the captain, has to go. Caught Roy, bowled Aurora for 11 of 22 with a strike rate of exactly 50. Which, as much as it pains me to say, at this stage in Delhi Capitals' inning, it was not the worst. It's not the worst innings. He probably felt that it was his mission to stay out there, to stabilize the innings, to allow or to hurt the tail-enders, or guide the tail-enders around him here in at the death of this Delhi Capitals innings. 1.5 overs remain, so 9 deliveries more. In Delhi Capitals are 128 for 6. And Viprash is the new batsman. Viprash Nigam is in at number 8 for the Delhi Capitals. He is on strike for the first delivery. 19 matches, 154 runs at a strike rate of 179. So very, very respectable strike rate. So exactly what Delhi Capitals need at this stage in the innings. Basically, a slogging tail ender that is, well, I don't want to say it's their last best hope for victory, because it's basically just their last best hope for a less subpar innings total. cross-batted shot that goes down to deep backward point, and Viprash is off the mark. Viprash Nigam off the mark, first delivery. So no golden duck for him, and in fact no duck at all for him. As we are now seeing that Anukul had quite a bit of ground to cover. In comes Vaibhav and premeditated reverse from who is that? It is Ashutosh Sharma. Premeditated reverse sweep for 6 runs over third man, and that is 6 more runs. Delhi Capitals move on to 135 for 6. In comes Aurora again. Mistimed top edge straight over the bowler's head, but there is no protection in the deep this time for Aurora. A few bounces and it is 4 runs, and that ends the 19th over. 13 runs and 1 wicket have come off it. That wicket, of course, was captain Akshay Patel. Delhi Capitals 139 for 6, current run rate 7.31. Ashutosh Sharma 39 of 27 and Viprash Nigam 1 of 1. Aurora figures of 1 for 29 from 3 overs. That's the end of his day, as there is only 1 more over left to be bowled. And I think Tyagi will bowl that one. But whatever happens now, I think Ashutosh Sharma has justified a possible inclusion in an all-time all-Sharma 11. 139 for 6. 6 more deliveries. Last 18 deliveries have brought 39 runs and 1 wicket. So, good acceleration, but the problem is that there was a lot of bad cricket from Delhi Capitals in the boring middle overs. And where do Gautam Gambhir's loyalties lie in this match? He played a long time for the Kolkata Knight Riders. He won the tournament with the Kolkata Knight Riders, but his heart was always in Delhi apparently, and he ended his active IPL career as a player in Delhi Daredevils back in the day. I think they changed the name after he retired from cricket altogether. Single of the first delivery for Viprash. So Ashutosh is back on strike. Probably exactly what the Delhi Capitals want. And very, very flat cover drive that is taken by, I think that's the captain. Indeed, it is. It is Ajinkya Rahane, who takes a very, very good reflex catch way over his head. At cover, maybe 5 meters outside the circle, something like that. I don't think he's in the circle, but it's a reflex catch nonetheless. Yes, exactly. Right on the edge of the circle. He's just outside the circle. Ashutosh Sharma caught Rahane, bowled Kartik Tyagi, 39. Strike rate of 139.28. And that brings Mitchell Starc, I think, out into the middle at number 9 for the Delhi Capitals. 140 for 7. 4 more deliveries to go. The run rate is 7.24. And Starc has the strike. Oi, oi, oi. What a bowling performance after a start by Delhi Capitals that wasn't that bad. It was a bit subpar. I think they were 55 inside the power play. 55 for 1 after the power play. And I think I said something around 60 plus in the Feroz Shah Kotla should be done. Strike rate of Mitchell Starc in his 55 IPL career matches is a 93. So, He needs to slog now. In comes Kartik Tyagi. Swing and a miss from Mitchell Starc. His batting partner Viprash had wandered out of his crease a bit, and the keeper is throwing back towards the bowler's end, but he had haired back at that stage. No run out chance. 3 more deliveries. Starc is on strike. Tyagi, right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Starc, and this time there is a run out as Starc swings, misses, and Ankrish, the keeper, takes it. The Delhi Capitals run though. They are looking to run the bye. And Ankrish throws it back to Tyagi at the bowler's end, who takes the ball. He is right up to the stumps, and Mitchell Starc is run out. That's a duck for Starc, at least not a diamond duck, not even a golden one. He faced 2 deliveries. He is run out. Raghuvanshi Kartik Tyagi for naught of 2 deliveries with a strike rate of none. And that brings Lungi Ngidi out into the middle at number 10 for the Delhi Capitals. Mitchell Starc gone for a duck and a run out, and oh dear, oh dear. So let's see. Vipraj should be on strike. On screen it says Ngidi is on strike, but Starc was run out at the non-striker's end, and the batsman had obviously crossed, so he shouldn't be on strike. Vipraj should be on strike. Yes, indeed he is. Tyagi, right arm over the wicket to the right-hander, who flails at it and finds the fielder out at cow corner. It bounces before that, but so there is just a single there. So final delivery of the innings, and Lungi Ngidi will have to survive it, or maybe even take a run of it. 141 for 8, the Delhi Capitals. Let's have a look. Final delivery now coming up. 141 for 8. Ngidi, the right-hander, taking stride. Tyagi, the right armer, coming in over the wicket. Uppercut by Lungi Ngidi, but there is a fielder coming in at deep backward point. I think that is Cameron Green. Throws it in to Ankrish behind the stumps, who removes the bails, but both batsmen had been home. They take a single of the final delivery of the innings, and that means Kolkata Knight Riders will have to make 143 runs in their 20 overs to win this match, to beat Delhi Capitals at home. And DJ Bravo is looking sheepishly at his team. He is some sort of coach in the Kolkata Knight Riders outfit. And let's have a look at the YouTube chat. And we have Brian in Brisbane with us. Hello, Brian. Says, sorry for late cerveza time here at Cumbrel's Coast. A bit cloudy. Yeah, it's a bit cloudy here as well. But it's projected to be pretty good tomorrow. So, but what happened here? Well, it's a classic batting collapse for the Delhi Capitals. The highest score in their innings was opener Patum Nisanka. He made 50. His opening partner KL Rahul made 23. But in the end, the second highest score was all-rounder Ashutosh Sharma, who helped Delhi Capitals to something resembling a respectable total. He made 39. No one else broke 20, and there's only one more double-digit score in there, and that is Captain Akshay Patel, and he made 11 of 22. So there was a time during the innings when Delhi Capitals went along at 2.4 overs over over a 4 over span. So yeah, they didn't make any runs, and they threw away wickets. They couldn't score any boundaries. I think there was a boundary drought of almost 40 deliveries, 38 I think it was. They crossed triple figures in the 16th over, and then the tail rescued them a little bit. I mean, Sharma or basically it's Ashutosh Sharma who rescued them from a really, really bad total. But I think it's still subpar, and I think KKR are favorites by around 80% at this stage. The wickets, basically everyone was in the wickets except for Varun Chakravarti, who during the later stages of his innings, he bowled 4 overs, but starting in the third, he was hobbling quite a bit. And so he was subbed out early for Finn Allen, who came in. But otherwise, Anukul Roy took 2 wickets, Vaibhav Arora took 1 wicket, Sunil Narain, the old fox, he's a very grey fox now. He took a wicket, Kartik Tyagi took 2, Varun Chakravarti unlucky, and Cameron Green also took a wicket. So yeah, 142 for 8. Funnily enough, there was only one duck in the Delhi Capitals innings, and that was Mitchell Stark, who was run out at the non-strikers end. A day to forget. A day to forget for Delhi Capitals, I would say. And as Brian says, fairly crap score there. Should be easily passed unless the bookies become involved. Yeah, maybe. But I think a target of 143 from 120 deliveries, it's doable for Kolkata Knight Riders. And funnily enough, even though Kolkata are lower in the table, they are just behind Delhi Capitals. I think Delhi Capitals have lost their last 3, while KKR have gone on a bit of a romp and they have won their last 3. So yeah, momentum is definitely in favor, or momentum is definitely on the side of Kolkata in this case. Yeah. So everyone, yeah, thank you for being here. Don't forget to check out my partners in crime, GorillaCricket.com. I know that Brian knows them, obviously, because we know each other from the Discord. But check them out. You can find where you can listen to them, when you can listen to them. They will be live on Wednesday. If you're new, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also use the chat. I will read out your messages in between overs. And now I will take a short innings break, and I will be with you for every delivery of the chase in about 10 minutes. These IPL innings breaks tend to be very, very short. So don't go anywhere. I'll be with you in about 10 minutes.
Stand by. Anything can happen in the next half hour. Stand by for action. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
So, we are back with the chase. I don't know what happened there with the jingles, but that is to be expected. Doing a T20 here? No. Yeah, so welcome back. Not much to be excited about from Delhi Capital's point of view. A 50 for their opener Patun Nisanka and a 39 for all-rounder Ashutosh Sharma. That were the high scores for the Delhi Capitals in their total of 142 for 8. The only positive for me, I think, is that Ashutosh Sharma made a 39, and I'm currently I was thinking about doing a bit of a fun video with some friends of the channel. I don't know, maybe I can get Adit. I will probably be able to get Ajit. What with all the times I've been on his podcast for a special for the IPL, an all-time all Sharma IPL 11. So, an all-time 11 for the IPL comprised completely of guys named Sharma. So, Ashutosh made a very, very strong argument for his inclusion in that side today. But we are back. There is some cricket going on. Ajinkya Rahane and Finn Allen are coming out. Finn Allen, who has been subbed in for Varun Chakravarti, who seemed to break down a bit during the second half of his spell. He was hobbling around. He bowled his full complement of 4 overs. He was the only Kolkata Knight Riders bowler who did not get a wicket. And now we see the impact sub for the Delhi Capitals. Ashutosh Sharma. He has been subbed out, and in his... Oh, interesting! They bring in Kuldeep Yadav in his place. So, some left arm wrist spin, that's always good to see. But I think we will see Mitchell Starc opening the bowling. I found it very, very interesting because in the first innings, Kolkata Knight Riders actually started with left arm spin. Anukul Roy it was. He opened the bowling for the Kolkata Knight Riders. Now it will be Mitchell Starc, and he will bowl to captain Ajinkya Rahane. There is a slip in place as Mitchell Starc comes in left arm over the wicket to the right-handed Ajinkya Rahane, who, well, he pushes it out into the leg side. There is no run as he finds a fielder at mid-wicket there, and Kuldeep Yadav is... That's not encouraging because Kuldeep Yadav is checking the mobility of his left shoulder. Reminder: he's a left arm spinner. That's not encouraging signs for the Delhi Capitals. But in comes Mitchell Starc, left arm over the wicket, played out to mid off by Ajinkya Rahane. And Akshay Patel, the captain of the Delhi Capitals, he's always looking intense, and he has been he has every reason to be furious, not just with himself, but also a lot of the rest of his team, as we see Kumar. He was the only player for Delhi Capitals we did not see with the bat in hand. Anyway, finally Rahane is off the mark with a single. So one without loss for the Kolkata Knight Riders. And reminder, the target is a very achievable 143. I would say it's a very achievable 143. The Feroz Shah Kotla thus far has been relatively high scoring in the competition. And is it just maybe it's the pitch breaking down a bit, because they can only use the central pitch at the Faris Shah Kotla, like with most of these Indian grounds. They are using one single pitch for the whole of the competition, because the boundaries would be too close to the pitch if they used one of the 4 or 5 practice pitches next to the one in the center, in the dead center. So yeah, maybe the pitch gets a bit tired. The signs of use is what we see now in these lower totals. And now Finn Allen is off the mark, and I think Finn Allen is off the mark with the first boundary of the Kolkata Knight Riders innings. Indeed, he is. He takes Mitchell Starc straight down the ground, all along the ground for 4 runs, and Kolkata Knight Riders are 5 without loss. The Delhi Capitals made 7 of their first over. Then they accelerated nicely, 10 of the second, 11 of the third, but then they really slowed down in the boring middle overs. Still a slip in place for Ajinkya Rahane, who now heaves Mitchell Starc towards Lungi Ngidi, who is fielding out there at cow corner, and there is another single. So 6 runs off the first for the Kolkata Knight Riders. Rahane, 1 of 3. Oh no, it was Allen, obviously, who made that single. He made the 4 before that, then he made the single. So Rahane on 1 of 3, Allen on 5 of 3. The target is 143. The run rate is obviously 6, because we have only seen 1 over. And Brian says tschüss, which is basically bye in German. So yeah, have I don't know if you're still listening, Brian, but if you do, have a nice one still in your holiday in Spain. And let's have a look if anyone else is with us. Doesn't look like it. And for the first time in the innings, the captain says, if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. So, early spin for Delhi Capitals as well. He is coming in, left arm around the wicket to the right-hander Finn Allen, and that is not going according to plan, as Allen finds the boundary in the leg side. 4 runs for Kolkata Knight Riders, 11 without loss. In he comes again, and this one again played by Allen towards the area cow corner long on. This time there is a fielder coming around and he prevents the boundary. Oh no, it's 11. They made 6 of the first, yes. Then a 4. Now it's 11. Sorry, everyone. Rahane on strike. And my coverage has turned into basically a slideshow. But apparently Rahane couldn't make any use of the delivery that he got from Captain Akshay Patel. In he comes again. Rahane steps back towards leg, gives himself room and hammers that through the covers with a horizontal bat. Finds another boundary. 4 runs, 15 without loss. 1.4 overs gone. And yeah, I mean, they have the freedom not to go hellbent for leather from ball 1 here. In this case, the required run rate was at the start of the innings, the required run rate was around 7. So they could play it safe by just hitting 1 boundary every over, and they will be absolutely fine. So we have Kuldeep at We have Kuldeep at short third man. Then we have Rana at backward point. We have extra cover and cover in place for Allen. Another single. And are they playing area? If they do, yes, they did. Indeed, they did. 11 runs came off the second over. Allen, 11 of 6. Rahane, 6 of 6. Akshay Patel, none for 11 after 1. KKR, 17 without loss. 2 overs gone. Finn Allen is on strike and Mitchell Starc is back. Starc versus Allen in T20s. 5 innings, 48 runs, 2 outs, and a strike rate of 150 for Allen. In comes Mitchell Starc. Left arm over the wicket, and Allen cover drives him, dissects the offside field, starts Mitchell Starc's second over with a boundary. 4 more runs to the total for Kolkata Knight Riders. 25 without loss now. 21 without loss. What's going on here? Why is that 25 on my screen? I think they added that boundary 2 times. Yes, 21 without loss. In comes Starc again, full toss, angled across Allen. This time the offside field has been a bit more circumspect, and they can prevent the ball from piercing the offside field this time, keeping Kolkata Knight Riders to a single. Allen off the mark, and Rahane is back on strike. I think the fielder this time was indeed the opposing captain. It was Akshay Patel. Deep third and a fine leg in place now for Ajinkya Rahane, as Mitchell Starc has the ball back in his hands. There is, according to the infographics on screen, also a slip. Yeah, maybe a gully. Play and a miss as Starc beats Rahane's outside edge. So Rahane remains on 6 of 7. Allen, 16 of 8. 22 without loss for Kolkata Knight Riders. Kel Rahul behind the stumps. He's standing quite a way back for Mitchell Starc, and who can blame him? Anyway, in comes Mitchell Starc, left arm over the wicket, and this one is swatted across the line from Ajinkya Rahane, and that almost hits the second deck of the Arun Jetley Stadium, or the Pharaoh's Shah Kotla. That is the first 6 of the innings, and it is hit by the Kolkata Knight Riders captain, Ajinkya Rahane. 28 without loss. Rahane taking his guard again, marking his guard, taking strike. In comes Mitchell Starc, and Rahane gets an inside edge that runs down to deep third man, where it is fielded by Tristan Stubbs, and the Kolkata Knight Riders run a single. 28 for no loss. Reminder, they need another 114 runs, I think. In comes Mitchell Starc to Finn Allen, and what? Did Starc get a hand to that? Finn Allen played it back very, very straight, and it breaks the stumps at the non-striker's end, and Ajinkya Rahane is run out if Mitchell Starc actually got a hand to that one. Let's have a look at the replay. The decision is now pending. It has been sent upstairs. Ajinkya Rahane has his bat under his arm, and he is walking off. Does he even? Yeah, he is now stopping at the boundary, but I think Ajinkya Rahane is confident that Mitchell Starc actually got a hand to that one. Allen plays it back straight to Mitchell Starc, and Starc gets his hand down, and it looks like it hits him. He gets an inside edge of the hand. Yes, indeed, he does. Ajinkya Rahane has to go 13 of 9. He has run out Starc 29 for 1 after 3 overs. The Kolkata Knight Riders, they need 114 more runs of 102 balls. Raghuvanshi is in. The keeper, Ankrish Raghuvanshi, he will now try with Finn Allen to stabilize the innings, not let Delhi Capital's bowling attack get their tails up. Akshay Patel is in for his second over. He is bowling left arm around the wicket to Ankrish Raghuvanshi, and he can only defend that back towards the bowler. 32 matches for Ankrish Raghuvanshi in the IPL, 731 runs at a strike rate of 142. Not bad at all. In comes Akshay Patel, driven, and Raghuvanshi can pierce the infield. Again, cover and extra cover are not switched on, and the fielder at long off will have to prevent the boundary, which he does, but Raghuvanshi is off the mark. Allen back on strike, and he hammers one towards cow corner. There is a boundary rider out there, and they take another single, so Raghuvanshi back on strike. KKR 31 for 1. And we have Raghuvanshi on strike, 1 of 2. In comes Akshay Patel. What? Akshay Patel bowls left arm around the wicket. Raghuvanshi goes down on one knee to sweep. Does he make contact? The ball balloons up into the air, and then the stumps light up. What a dismissal is that? He doesn't get bat onto that. The ball lobs up into the air off his arm, I think, and then it hits the stumps. And yeah, that's the dirtiest bowled I have ever seen. Indeed. He goes down to sweep. The ball hits him on the arm. It loops up. And I guess the hitting his arm imparts a lot of spin, because the ball loops up about 2 meters high into the air, comes down onto the ground, and fizzes off like it's a top spinner and straight into the stumps of Raghuvanshi. And that's one of the weirdest dismissals I have seen in all my days watching cricket. The dirtiest of bowls. That's nothing clean about that. Let's put it that way. Cameron Green in at number 4 inside the power play for Kolkata Knight Riders. What a match. Driven by a Green straight to cover sweeper, and they run another single. 39 matches in his IPL career for Cameron Green, 906 runs at a strike rate of 153. But Kolkata Knight Riders rattled now. They are behind the scoring behind the score of DC at this stage in the match. But remember, Delhi Capitals really slowed down during the slog overs, the boring middle overs, or the what do they call it? What did they call it during the World Cup? I think they called it accumulation. Was their name for overs 7 to 15? I think they called it accumulation. They didn't accumulate too many and were then rescued a bit by Ashutosh Sharma, who helped them to 142 in the end, which didn't look like a very, very good score. But now KKR in early trouble. A bizarre runout and a bizarre bold have taken 2 wickets, and Lungi Ngidi is now bowling to Cameron Green, who finds a single in the offside, 33 for 2, 4.1 overs gone. So there are still 11 deliveries left in the power play for Kolkata Knight Riders. As we are seeing replays of Raghuvanshi's dismissal. After this match, go ahead and look for the highlights of this match. I can guarantee you that one will be replayed from at least 3 or 4 perspectives. Ngidi coming in right arm over the wicket to Allen, who can't get the ball off the square. There is no run. Still 33 for 2, 4.2 overs gone. Green on 2 of 2. Allen 17 of 12. The target is 143. They need 110 of 94. If they can get the required run rate down to run a ball, if they can get the required rate to run a ball inside the power play, they will probably be golden. A single boundary every over will get them to the target from there on. But now Allen can only make out fielders inside the circle, 2 dot balls, and Captain Akshay Patel, who was furious with himself, his team, and the world in general, is looking a lot more relaxed. 5 runs and 2 wickets of the last 11 balls. There is, of course, still that Akshay Patel intensity, but he looks. I'm going to be in a Ron Swanson way. I'm going to be angry. I find it relaxes me. Something like that. Single of the 4th ball of Lungi Ngidi's first over. He had a bit of a health scare earlier in the tournament. Had to go straight from the ground to hospital. He collapsed, I think. I was doing some cooking while listening to that, and so I don't really know what exactly had happened, but he seems to be all right so far. 2 runs thus far off his first over, and Allen is really not using his feet thus far in the innings. I mean, this is not an accusation or criticism. It seems to work for him, but it's really like that Glenn Maxwell innings against Afghanistan during the last 50 over World Cup, where he made that double 100, which was quite a sight to behold. 2 runs off the 5th, the first of Lungi Ngidi, who ends it with figures of none for 2. And let's have a look if anyone is still with us. Brian was here earlier. So, but anyway, go check out Guerrilla Cricket after this match is done. GuerrillaCricket.com. We are cooperating to bring you non-geo-blocked IPL coverage this season. Guerrilla Cricket generally tend to do the Wednesday matches, and I do whatever I can fit around that. So, Akshar Patel is back. He's giving himself his third over. And Allen finds a single out towards cow corner. And KKR 35 for 2. In the final over of the power play, the equation is 108 of 89. And I said, if they can get it down to within run a ball inside the power play, preferably for KKR, or not long after the power play, then I think the balance shifts. They were, to begin the innings, they were firm favorites. They are still firm favorites. They are now around 80% favorites. So I think they were around 90% favorites earlier at the start of the innings. But now DC have pulled it back. But yeah, that's the stuff by Cameron Green. He takes skipper Akshar Patel into the stands. That is 6 runs, as he also doesn't really use his feet. It's interesting how the Aussies here are trying to, or deciding they want to play the spin. No dancing down the wicket, and we have to change the ball because that one is gone. 41 for 2 inside the power play in the 6th over of the match, of the innings. 40 meters high and 94 meters wide. Impacting right next to the Gambia stand. Gautam Gambhir, I can tell you, is in attendance this night. It's the interesting question is probably where do his loyalties lie here. He played a long time for Kolkata Knight Riders, won the IPL with them, and then ended his IPL career, I think 1 or 2 seasons, with the, at the time, Delhi Daredevils, unfortunately named Delhi Daredevils because he is a Delhiite, and he wanted to end his IPL career in his hometown. I think that was the reason. Another single out towards Mitchell Starc, who is fielding at long off, and Allen is back on strike. 2 more deliveries in Akshar Patel's third over. Figures of 1 for 22 for him thus far. Yeah, that was, I mean, it will go down in the record books as a wicket for Akshar Patel, but really that bold Akshar Patel, Ankrish Suryavanshi. Yeah, no. That was a freak dismissal, and Akshar Patel can count himself lucky he was part of that. Allen hacks one out towards cow corner, and there is another single. So, power play done. 43 for 2, the Kolkata Knight Riders. They need 99 in 83. And who will Delhi Capitals turn to now? They have brought in Kuldeep Yadav as an impact sub, but he was holding his left shoulder and checking the mobility of his left shoulder, which is not good signs coming from a left arm spinner, I would say. Oh no, it is Vipraj ahead of Kuldeep Yadav. So Vipraj Nigam, he also bowls leg spin. 19 matches, 13 wickets in his IPL career. He bowls the 7th, the first over after the power play. Kolkata Knight Riders 43 for 2. Finn Allen on strike, 20 of 17 for him. Cameron Green at the non-strikers end, 9 of 7. The target is 143. In comes Viprash, and this is a driven straight to... Who's that? Couldn't see it. It's long off. And they run a single, 44 for 2. Green on strike. Green is on strike, 9 of 7. In comes Viprash, right arm over the wicket, clipped off the legs by Green into the leg side. There is a fielder at mid-wicket, and he throws it into the keeper, KL Rahul, at the strikers end. They take another single. So Finn Allen is back on strike, 45 for 2, 6.2 overs gone. Current run rate 7.11, required 7.17. It looks like Kolkata Knight Riders, they looked like they were very far behind at the end of the power play. I think they were behind by around 11 runs off the power play score of Delhi Capitals. But you can't forget that Delhi Capitals really collapsed during the middle overs. So, Kolkata Knight Riders... there is cause for concern, but there is no cause for panic. Let's put it that way. Misfielded now out in the deep by the Delhi Capitals, and that is 4 runs, 49 for 2. In comes Viprash, and Allen picks him up, gets the meat of the bat under that, and again, the ball goes into the sand, this time into the second tier of the Arun Jaitley Stadium. 6 runs, 949 sixes in the tournament so far. Kolkata Knight Riders, 55 for 2, 6.4 overs gone. Excuse me. And yeah, now they have made in these two boundaries that brought them 10 runs, driven straight by Allen as Viprash continues to bowl right arm over the wicket. This time much quicker and flatter though, and only a single for the Kolkata batsman, 56 for 2. Green on strike, 10 of 8. He is, and in comes Viprash for the final delivery of his first over. Loopy delivery that can only be pushed out towards backward point by Cameron Green, and it's a dot ball, but 13 runs of the 7th over for the Kolkata Knight Riders, 56 for 2, to win 87 of 78. Very nice that. The target is 143, and Finn Allen is on strike. He is on 32 of 21. And I think, yes, indeed, they bring on Kuldeep Yadav, the left arm wrist spinner, coming in now. So, leg breaks from right arm leg breaks from Viprash, now followed by left arm wrist spin from Kuldeep Yadav. Let's see how Finn Allen can deal with the notoriously difficult to pick Kuldeep Yadav and the notoriously unconventional left wrist spin. In comes Yadav, left arm over the wicket to the right-handed Allen. He plays it out straight to mid-wicket inside the circle. There is no run. Dot ball, 56 for 2, 7.1 overs gone. And I think Kolkata Knight Riders will look to. They're not going hellbent for leather against Kuldeep, I think. In he comes, left arm over the wicket, and this is an attempt at a back foot cut, but he gets a top edge that flies through the vacant slip region and finds the boundary. Deep behind the slips, almost directly behind the keeper as the ball curls a bit in. That is 4 runs basically in the backstop region. 60 up for Kolkata, 60 for 2. In comes Kuldeep, and he bowls left arm over the wicket, a bit leg-sidey this time, and Finn can't put it away towards square leg or somewhere. So it's a dot ball. Target, as I said, 143. Allen on strike, 36 of 24. Green at the non-strikers end on 10 of 9. Two very, very weird wickets have fallen for Kolkata Knight Riders as Kuldeep Yadav is coming in left arm over the wicket. And this time Finn Allen just picks him up as Kuldeep Yadav bowls in the slot. And this one flies straight down the ground over the head of the bowler and straight into the side screen. 6 runs for the Kolkata Knight Riders. They are moving on to 66 of 2. They are almost halfway there. Hammered straight to a diving cow corner. I think that is Stubbs, isn't it? Who can't make a catch there. Yes, indeed, it is Tristan Stubbs who can't make the catch there. Do we count that as a drop as he falls forward, can't get hands onto the ball? Let's see the replay. Yes, that's a drop. Tristan Stubbs drops Finn Allen on 42. He dives forward, it dips a bit on him, but he gets hands on the ball, but he can't hold on as Allen now dips one out to backward point. There is no run. So 2 dot balls to end the 8th, but 10 have come off it. 66 for 2, and we have a strategic timeout. And I'll have a short look if anyone is with us on YouTube. And if not, I will take a very, very short break. And I will be with you in about 2 minutes. And we're back from the strategic timeout. So, yeah, I think Kolkata Knight Riders have this or let's put it this way: Delhi Capitals need a miracle to turn this match around. Kolkata Knight Riders are now in the driver's seat, 66-2 after 8 overs. Remember, Delhi Capitals made triple figures in the 16th over. Ngidi is given his second over, and he was very, very miserly in his first, conceding only 2 runs. He is bowling to Cameron Green, who takes a single of his first delivery he faces of Ngidi's second over, 67-2. And tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we will see match 52, Rajasthan Royals versus the Gujarat Titans. So that's definitely one of the more interesting matchups. Both teams are definitely in the hunt for a playoff spot, as Allen now plays Ngidi out into the onside, but there is a fielder, and it's Akshay Patel who makes a very good stop and a very, very quick throw, and I think it's Akshay. My feed is a bit spotty at times, but it's a dot ball, which must be like manna from heaven for DC Capitals at the moment, Delhi Capitals. So we have short third man, we have backward point, we have cover, we have square leg, we have mid wicket. In comes Ngidi, full toss, driven by Allen, but straight to long off, and they can only take another single. 68-2. So 2 runs conceded, and we are seeing the KKR dugout. Rinku Singh and Rovman Powell are sitting out there padded up. Some good fielding out in the deep by Rinku Singh, and funnily enough, they are sitting next to each other, and according to the team sheet, Rinku Singh is indeed in at number 5, but Rovman Powell is in at number 7. Manish Pandey is scheduled to bat at number 6, but I haven't seen him padded up, sitting up front in the dugout, but no matter. Another single, this time for Cameron Green, bringing Finn Allen back on strike. KKR 69, nice, for 2 after 8.4 overs. Allen is in his 40s, 43 of 29 to win 74 of, just a second, 74 of 68, something like that. Killed with a defensive shot by Cameron Green, but KL Rahul is too far back, and they run a very, very quick single. Gets it in the block hole as Allen digs it out for 1, hands in front of faces for Kolkata Knight Riders fans, as this one is a very, very risky single to bring up the 70, but they survive. Cameron Green is back on strike. In comes Lungi Ngidi, right arm over the wicket to the right-hander Cameron Green, who dances down the pitch and lifts him, but again, straight towards long off, and again, Kolkata Knight Riders are capped to a single, 71 for 2 after 9. Green, 13 of 12. Allen, 44 of 30 to win, 72 of 66. Ngidi ends his second over with figures of none for 7 for the night. And, again, they are going along at a run rate currently of 7.88. The required run rate is 6.5 or thereabouts. The moment they can get that run rate to 6, they are basically home safe. They are a bit behind where Delhi Capitals were at this stage in their innings, but right around this time, Delhi Capitals lost 2 wickets in very close together, and from there, their scoring rate basically plateaued. They went along at 2.4 for around 5 overs, something like that. And if Kolkata Knight Riders can just keep up the scoring, the single boundary in every over, if they can keep that up, they should win this. They should win this comfortably. They lost 2 very weird wickets. One was a run out at the non-strikers end when Mitchell Starc couldn't make a caught and bolt, but got his hand onto the ball, and the ball crashed into the non-striker stumps of Ajinkya Rahane, who was run out. And then Ankrish, the keeper, was hit on the arm. The ball ballooned up and from there spun into the stumps. Really weird. Akshay Patel is currently there's also cricket going on right now. Akshay Patel is bowling, but it's an uneventful passage of play at the moment. 3 dot balls followed by a couple for Cameron Green, who now drives him out to sweeper cover, and this time they run a single. So after 3 dot balls, they now have 3 runs of the spinners over. The partnership is 43 of 37. I think the Kolkata Knight Riders are at the moment relatively content. There is Dre Russ sitting in the dugout for the Kolkata Knight Riders, and Green plays one out too long on. That is Tristan Stubbs. They take another single. 75 is up after 10 for the Kolkata Knight Riders. 4 runs have come off Captain Akshay Patel's final over for the night. He has bowled out. 1 for 27, his figures for the night. Finn Allen is on 45 of 31. Cameron Green on 16 of 17. Kolkata Knight Riders going along at a run rate of 7.5. The required run rate has risen a bit again. It is now 6.8. Looking at the worm graphic on ESPN Cricket Info, Kolkata Knight Riders are about 5 runs behind where Delhi Capitals were at this stage, and we are just coming up to that point in the innings of Delhi Capitals where their run rate really cratered. So Starc is given his 3rd over. He conceded 18 runs for no wickets of his first 2. And Green and Allen is on strike. Allen is on strike. Green is at the non-strikers end. In comes Mitchell Starc, left arm over the wicket, and scoop from Finn Allen as he falls over towards the offside. Scoops Mitchell Starc over very fine leg for 6 runs, 81 for 2. Allen brings up his 50, 51 of 32. And Kolkata Knight Riders look like they are in charge. Doesn't really fall over all the way, which would feel like a very Rishabh Pant thing to do. Pant hitting boundaries while falling over and miraculously not knocking over his own stumps with one of his flailing body parts and appendages. But a single to follow it. 82 for 2, and Cameron Green is back on strike. He has played. It's very weird to say that Cameron Green has been playing the anchor in this partnership because he has faced fewer deliveries than Finn Allen, and I think he has faced fewer deliveries in this partnership than Finn Allen has. But he has scored way slower than Finn Allen has, because he is now on strike on 16 of 17. Covered attempt at a cover drive, and I think that is Captain Akshay Patel who misfields it at cover, and that allows the Kolkata Knight Riders to come back for a second run, and indeed they do. Indeed they do, and it looks like Akshay Patel has hurt his left hand in the process there, but he will be very, very thankful that his quota of overs has already been bowled. He has been bowled out in the first half of the innings. Banged in by Stark, pulled by Cameron Green, but there is a fielder out in the deep. I couldn't see who that was. There is a pretty good throw back in towards KL Rahul behind the stumps as the Kolkata Knight Riders take a single, 85 for 2, 10.4 overs gone, and Mitchell Stark's hair looks very, very disheveled and ruffled. Looks like it's pretty humid out there in Delhi tonight. 85 for 2. Let me have a look if Kolkata Knight Riders can actually go past Delhi Capitals if they win tonight. Yes, indeed they do, because Kolkata Knight Riders are one of two teams with an uneven number of points. They have 7, and the other ones are the Punjab Kings, who are on 13, and they are currently in second after being very, very, very good for the start of the season, but now they have lost 3 in a row and have been overtaken by the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Another single here in Delhi for Finn Allen. Cameron Green back on strike to face the final delivery of Mitchell Stark's third over. In comes Stark, full toss, and that is driven, and Tristan Stubbs really has to make some miles there to prevent the boundary, which he does, but he can't prevent a couple of runs. So 88 for 2 after 11. Stark concedes 18 to 13 runs. 13 runs conceded by Mitchell Stark in his third over. Delhi Capitals were 1 ahead at this stage in runs and 3 ahead in wickets. They were 89 for 5, whereas Kolkata Knight Riders are 88 for 2. And now they are very, very close indeed to runner ball cricket. 55 required of 54. Kuldeep, I think, is brought back for his second over. Conceded 10 in his first. And Kuldeep Yadav indeed has been brought back. He will bowl to Finn Allen. Apparently, the left shoulder of Kuldeep Yadav is okay. He was checking the mobility earlier in the innings in the field, which was not a very good sign because he was brought in as an impact sub. There is a slip in place for Kuldeep Yadav as he comes in, left arm over the wicket, and this one is hammered. It's a googly and hammered by Finn Allen over mid-wicket. 6 runs, 94 for 2, and now Kolkata Knight Riders are firmly ahead of where Delhi Capitals were at this stage, because we are now in that phase of the innings where the Delhi Capitals run rate absolutely cratered. 2.4 they were doing at this stage, or for parts of this stage of the innings. Single now for Allen, 95 for 2. Cameron Green is back on strike. He has the second highest strike rate of the match thus far, Finn Allen. Patam Nisanka is 5 points ahead of him. The only other 50 in the match. Green is on strike. He has now surpassed 100 strike rate. And he is also joining the fun. He also punishes Kuldeep Yadav for 6 runs, who has now conceded 13 runs of the first 3 deliveries of his second over. And it looks like these two Kolkata Knight Riders batsmen have decided, maybe it would be pretty handy here to improve our net run rate. It is better than that of the Delhi Capitals, but it is minus 0.539. So yeah, you can use some help there. I don't think I don't think either of those teams here is in is in the conversation for a playoff spot, but pride. Do not underestimate the power of pride. And with that 6, Kolkata Knight Riders have also brought up triple figures. And remember, I said that Delhi Capitals brought up triple figures in the 16th over. Kolkata have brought it up in the 12th. Allen on strike, he's on 60. Kuldeep Yadav bowling left arm over the wicket to the right-handed Finn Allen, who hammers it towards cover. That is Viprash at cover. He stops it, falls down, and they take a single. And Viprash didn't look that happy there. Hopefully from the perspective of Delhi, he didn't hurt himself. Final delivery of Kuldeep Yadav's over. In he comes, left arm over the wicket, driven out to long off by Allen. And it is fielded by Mitchell Starc, and that is the end of the 12th over. 16 runs have come off Kuldeep Yadav's second over. Kolkata Knight Riders need 39 from 48 deliveries. They are 104 for 2. The current run rate is 8.66. The required run rate is 4.87. Cameron Green is on 29 of 23. Finn Allen 61 of 37. Let's have a look at the YouTube chat if anyone is with us. Reminder, if you are listening, don't be shy. Use the YouTube chat, and also check out my partners in crime, Gorilla Cricket. Check out on my channel, I have a very, very handy playlist called English language content. So if you're listening to this, there's a chance you don't speak German. Let's put it that way. So yeah, I have a playlist called English language content that is probably of interest to you or related to your interests. So go check that out. If you want to get in touch or even outside of YouTube, check out the About tab on this channel. There is a Discord server. If you want to join, you can. There is also my Blue Sky handle on there. So if you have a Blue Sky account and want to chat to me on Blue Sky, go ahead. I'm always open for stuff like that. Viprash is given a second over, and Cameron Green starts with a single. In comes Viprash, right arm over the wicket for the second one to Finn Allen, and he is sliced over cover for another 6 runs, and that is 111, or Nelson, as the English say. Nelson for 2 to win 32 of 48 now for the Kolkata Knight Riders, who are now firmly in control of this match. Viprash, right arm over the wicket, pulled by Finn Allen and pulled for a second consecutive 6, 117 for 2, and it looks like Finn Allen has decided, alright, let's end this within 15 overs. The boost to their net run rate would be immense, not that they are in the conversation for a playoff spot. But let's have a look if it actually has any implications on the table. it really doesn't, because Kolkata Knight Riders are one of two teams that have an uneven number of points, because a match between them and the Punjab Kings was rained out. Produced a no result. So they have 7 points currently. If they win, they go to 9, leaping ahead of Delhi Capitals. But the 6th place team are the Chennai Super Kings, and they are on 10. So there is the net run rate really isn't that important for Kolkata Knight Riders, provided there are no more no results in the competition. But you never know. And Finn Allen makes it 3-6-6-6. Q, the Iron Maiden classic number of the beast. 3 6s in a row, 123 for 2, 12.4 overs gone, and they need a further 20 runs, a mere 20 runs. In comes Viprash, driven along the ground, and there is again Tristan Stubbs at long off. They take another single. So 100 and... Where is my score? Where is the scoring room? 124 for 2. Clipped off the legs by Cameron Green. They take another single. 125 for 2. They need 18 from 42, as the 13th over has gone for 21 runs, and I think that is the most expensive over in the whole match. The current run rate is 9.61. The required run rate is 2.57. Viprash Nigam ends his second over with figures of none for 34. Cameron Green is on 31 of 25. Finn Allen 80 of 41. And yeah, too bad he's not going to get his 100 here. I mean, it is mathematically possible, but it is very, very, very unlikely. Let's have a look if anyone is with us on YouTube. No, I think I'm up to date there. But let's see. Kuldeep is coming back. Clipped off the legs by Cameron Green. There is Mukesh Kumar is at deep backward square leg. He feels it. They restrict Green to a single. There is also a slip in place for Cameron Green, as Kuldeep Yadav is bowling to him. But Finn Allen is back on strike, and that is the danger man here for the Kolkata Knight Riders. 126 for 2. He is taking strike. Kuldeep Yadav left arm over the wicket. That is very, very full and sliced over long off by Finn Allen. The partnership is 101 now, as Finn Allen makes another 6. Moving on to 86 of 42 deliveries. And Kolkata Knight Riders have this match in the bag. Well, after it looked like a bear game over long stretches of the Delhi Capitals innings, there was a bit of excitement during the power play for the Kolkata Knight Riders when they lost 2 very, very bizarre wickets. But since then, it has returned to being a bear game, and everyone who knows Guerrilla Cricket also check them out after this match. That's the website. Another single now from the Kolkata Knight Riders, as Finn Allen is can find a no, they have run a couple. Finn Allen retains the strike. 132 for 2. 134 for 2. Yeah, now it is in Germany we would say Verprügelungsaktion. Allen is on strike. He's on 88. Kuldeep Yadav coming in. And Allen goes down on one knee and absolutely slogs him into the top tier of the stand. That is another 6 runs. They need 3 more to win. And Finn Allen is on 94 of 46. And Cameron Green will be on strike for the next over. Unless Finn Allen can take a single of the final delivery of Kuldeep Yada's over, and he cannot. 3 runs, 36 deliveries, 140 for 2, and Cameron Green is on strike. If he can take a single, Finn Allen gets his ton with a 6 of whoever will bowl the 15th over, as Kolkata Knight Riders have taken 15 of the 14th over. Oh man, this is, I mean, it's not, the game is not in the balance. The only thing that retains my interest in this is, can Finn Allen make 100? Can Cameron Green find a single here? Can Finn Allen then make a 6? Mukesh Kumar is given his first over of the match. In he comes, right arm over the wicket, the pacer. And indeed, it looks like Cameron Green has clipped one off his pads into the leg side. They have taken the single, 141 for 2. 2 more to win. And Finn Allen on 94 of 46 is on strike. A 6 will bring him his century. It would only be the 3rd century for Kolkata Knight Riders batsmen in the competition so far. It is all or nothing. There is no do-overs. He must hit this for 6. Short third man in place. In comes Mukesh Kumar. Dug in, short of a length, and Finn Allen has made his century. He has hammered Mukesh Kumar over mid-wicket, 147 for 2, and Kolkata Knight Riders win it in the 15th over, and they win it with a do-or-die 6 for the century by Finn Allen. And that means Kolkata Knight Riders beat Delhi Capitals at home. What a match. The finale was much more. Well, it shouldn't have been that thrilling. I have to admit. But yeah, overall, it was a very one-sided match in the end. It was probably almost more one-sided than the scorecard will suggest. But I've had my fun in individual confrontations, battles, in Ashutosh Sharma's innings, for example. That was a good bit of fun when he looked like he might actually be able to rescue Delhi Capitals at the death during their innings. The dismissals the Delhi Capitals could affect they were just bizarre. Let's be honest, they were bizarre dismissals. But now Finn Allen brings Kolkata Knight Riders home with a 100. He hits a 6 to complete his 100 and win the match for his team. That is a very, very special moment. So, yeah, thank you very, very much, everyone, for listening. We will go through highlights of the second innings, and those highlights are basically Finn Allen making 100 and Mitchell Starc running out KKR captain Ajinkya Rahane in ridiculous fashion, and Akshay Patel dismissing Ankush Raghuvanshi in ridiculous fashion. The dirtiest bold you will ever see. Anyway, thank you all for listening. If you are still with me, first of all, thank you very much. But check out Gorilla Cricket. They are my partners in crime to bring you non-geo-blocked IPL coverage this year on YouTube. Check out their website. There you can find where you can listen to them, when you can listen to them, and how you can listen to them. They will do the Wednesday matches. Also, check out friends of the channel, or friend of the channel, Ajit, who is the host of the Armchair Cricket podcast. And check out my channel. Go to the About tab. There are there's my Blue Sky handle. There is a link to a Discord server for this channel. Look on my channel. If you are listening to this, there's a very good chance that you don't speak German. So for you, I've also done a lot of English language content. So I have made a very convenient playlist called English language content. Have a look at it. There's all sorts of stuff. There is live commentaries. There is interviews with friends of mine from around the Gorillaverse. There is some just stupid fun stuff like a look back at the Ashes 2011. That's the Christmas special and the New Year's Eve bash or something like that, or extravaganza, or I can't remember how I called it. There is also in English me taking you through an over of cricket that I commentated on in German, and then I'll take you through all of this, give you a bit of background, stuff like that. There's a lot of interviews. There's Anindu Dutta on there. There is Gary Naylor. There is one half of the Reverse Swept Radio podcast. Stuff like that. All that is in English in the conveniently titled English language content playlist. So check that out. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you don't want to miss anything here. And I'm going to tease something because sorry everyone, because of Ashutosh Sharma, I'm currently looking into doing a special video in English. I'm going to get some people, some of my friends together, and the idea was we would put together an all-time, all-Sharma IPL 11. So, an all-time 11 of IPL players that are all called Sharma. So, if that is something that you would like... we are doing this, obviously, to better Dan Liebke, who once made an Australian side of Australians that all began with the letter H. The Australians playing the Hashes. If you don't know what that means, go and listen to the Ridiculous Ashes podcast by friends of the channel Dan Liebke and Alex Bowden. But yeah, if you would be interested in an all-time, all-Sharma IPL 11, don't forget to subscribe, activate the notifications, and also don't forget to like this live stream. And yeah, if you want, I will see you soon. Bye bye.